watch?
Yeah. I attribute a lot of my success, especially now later in my career, to the stuff that Brianne has brought into my life. Just, first of all, it's a team effort, so that helps a lot. And just the dedication and things that she thinks about to help us improve in our sport are things that I would have never thought of. So things just like nutrition and just making the right decisions about, hey, let's go on a hike or go on a sweet road trip because I want to see this place. And she's like, no, we have tough training, things like that. So it's been a team effort and always for the positive. It's really been awesome.
With Ashton having to leave, I'm inviting questions from the floor for Ashton so we can release him. Anyone have a question? Yes. Could you tell me who you are first?
Rachel Cohen from AP. You mentioned how going against the specialists in these events helps you. More than anything else, what do you think you get out of going against people like that who do these events all the time?
Well, I get a sense that I have to, maybe like rise above myself in order to just compete with them. And yeah, I don't know, it's just highly motivating. I'm very much a competitor at heart. I don't necessarily, and so in that sense, I don't know why it's difficult to say, but it's just extremely helpful to have somebody that I know is that much better. And for some reason, I just believe I can compete with them, and I always end up doing well for myself, so that helps.
One more question for Ashton? No? Okay. I'm sorry to break you guys up, but
No.
Ashton, you can now leave the room.
All right, thanks.
Thanks very much, Ashton. Brianne. Now we'll 6-meter hurdles. Is that the only event this weekend for you?
Yeah, that's
Say the only event.
Yeah, that's the only event. Just focusing on that this weekend, so hopefully I can get a good race.
And how are you doing?
I'm good. Yeah, we've been focusing a lot on competition this year. We're doing quite a few indoor meets and just trying to get sharp for the World Indoors.
And you are, of course, the Canadian record holder in silver medals in the World Championships this year. So I guess this is, again, the road to Rio for you and the Copacabana Beach.
Yeah, I don't know if I'll be spending much time there, but yeah, it's all focused on Rio with specific meets in mind. Obviously, this one being one of the big indoor meets, World Indoors, and then moving to outdoors, a couple big meets before Rio.
Questions for Brianne? Yes. Could you tell me who you are, sir, as well?
Robert Johnson with Let's Run. Brianne, do you ever feel overshadowed by your husband? I mean, there's sort of, you're introduced as sometimes sort of as an accessory, when in fact you're the two-time, silver medalist in the World Championship. So would it be nice for both of you to win gold, maybe?
Yeah, it would definitely be nice to win my own gold medal since I've had silver a couple times in a row now. In college, I think I definitely felt overshadowed a little bit. Ashton being a year older than me, it was always, his sophomore year, he wins NCAAs, and my sophomore year, I win NCAAs, but that year he's a junior and he breaks the collegiate record. So it was always kind of one thing, 1 year ahead and doing one thing better. But I think since I've been a professional athlete and kind of competing for my own country, I feel like I'm my own separate person more than I did in college, and I think that's helped a lot.
Yes, David.
Yeah, Dave Hunter, Track and Field News and Running Network. Ashton took some time talking about the team effort and some of the benefits that go along with both of you working together as a team. What are some of the challenges of having two world-class athletes under the same roof?
I would say the benefits of training together and having two world-class athletes in one house, the benefits outweigh the negatives, I guess, but maybe some of the negative things are there can be a lot of tension and focus in for the bad, I think. Sometimes at home, when something doesn't go well, or we're both worried or stressed out, or we didn't compete good, it's harder to both calm down. When one person's kind of upset, the other one can help calm down, but when we're both like that, it's a little bit tough. But for the most part, I would say we're pretty good at separating life at home and life on the track. You know, we get home and we're just being normal people. We try not to talk about track. We try not to, you know, watch too many videos and obsess about it too much. So I would definitely say that there's way more benefits than negative.
Thanks, Brianne. Now we come to the young man. I'm not sure, are you a thorn between two roses or a rose between two thorns? Don't answer that. Andre de Grasse, he's the NCAA 100 meter champion and of course the world bronze medalist in Beijing. And Andre, I was looking in the program, 1996 Donovan Bailey, also from Canada, won it, and Bruni Surin in 1997. Can you do it? Can you come and win the 60?
I'm not gonna probably put my shoes in Donovan and Bruni, but definitely just gonna try to come out here and, you know, give it my all and see what happens.
You coming confident, or are you the Canadian type that's very low key?
I would say I'm low key.
Yeah. We love Canadians in New York, I have to tell you. We love welcoming them. So, the training this indoor season, how's it gone? What have you been focusing on?
I would say, you know, it's been going well. Just made a new switch, and I was in LA and now I'm in Arizona, so it's a different atmosphere, different coach, getting adjusted to new things. But I'd say overall it's going very well. I've been trying to just work on my transition phase and my block starts, you know, because that's what's been, I know that's what I need to work on, so if I get that right, you know, things are gonna go well.
I guess you like the heat. I mean, LA is one type of heat, but Arizona, that's can be really hot there. Do you like it hot?
Yeah, LA is, you know, the ocean's right there, so there's always a breeze, but now I'm in Arizona, it's some dry heat, so definitely got to drink more water, and I think my first week I was there, I was kind of dehydrated, so it was kind of rough during training.
Okay. Questions for Andre on the floor. Peter Gambaccini, Runner's World, for the moment.
Yeah, for the moment.
For the moment.
That's about right.
Yeah.
Andre, is the 60 as good an event for you as the 100 outdoors, would you say? Is this as strong an event for you as that?
No, it's not a strong event, I'm not going to lie to you.
And is it basically because of the start is the issue?
Yeah, definitely. But I've been working on it this year, so I think I'm better than I was last year at the start, so I think I'll be okay at this meet.
Yes. Young lady there, Rick. Rick's moving around with
Oh, he's got two?
I've never seen him move so fast.
Hi, Carrie Gillespie from the Trauma Star. Andre, a lot has changed for you. The world's medals, turning pro, changing training bases. Can you talk a bit about how you feel differently now?
It's a hard question to answer. I feel like I've had a lot of ups and downs. You know, it was a little stress-wise. You know, back in 2015, trying to figure out go professional, go back to school, and a lot of things have been going through my mind. Like, how am I going to handle this? How am I going to handle that? But luckily, I've had a great supporting base, and you know, a lot of family and friends been helping me out through the situation. So. Basically, you know, they've been helping me get through this whole thing and just going into 2016, so I'm ready to get that off my mind now and just focus on this season.
Yes.
Stephanie Jones from CDC. Andre, it is a big year and it's your first meet as a pro. I want to ask you about expectations. Do you put them on yourself, or is it all the stuff around you, think?
There's always expectations. I know a lot of people, you know, it's my first meet, even though I still got to come out here and compete. So, a lot of things can happen, but I'm just ready to go out here and try to be confident. And I can't say much, I can't put too much really expectations on myself because it's my first meet, so, you know, either I do well, do bad, do good, so I'm just gonna go out here and have some fun like I always did.
Thanks, Andre. We're coming back with, if we have some time, to more questions before you go one-on-one. Now, next to the young lady next to Andre is a young lady I've known for 20 years. She first started in track and field when she was 9 at the Colgate Women's Games, and she grew up at the Armory. We can safely say that. She's been a World Youth Champion, World Junior Champion. She won the Millrose Games in 2011. The last time it was at the Garden at 400 meters. Olympic relay gold medalist. And last weekend she set the American record at 300 meters in Boston. As you can see from the shoes and the outfit, she's something of a fashionista. Oh yes. And has been known to be doing some modeling in Europe. She's open in New York, guys. Vogue, if you're here. Natasha Hastings, born in Brooklyn, educated at AP Randolph High School in Harlem. Hello, Natasha. So tell me, last weekend, very nice opening. And that track is not known to be fast. Boston, with no disrespect. If anybody here from Boston, I'm sorry. But it's not known to be a fast track for 300 and 400. So that elevates that performance. You're going to face Phyllis and Khadijah, both New Yorkers here.
Yeah, I'm excited, of course, coming off the big race last week. That was a race in particular that I actually went into with no expectation. So to look up to the clock and see, how fast it was, I was pretty surprised. Particularly now at this point in training, we're kind of training through things. My coach made it very clear that for indoors, if we're going to compete, that's fine, but we're training through. The big picture is Rio. So I'm just excited to see what adding an extra 100 meters is going to do. I'm excited to be back home in my hometown. I remember running on the Armory track before it was even banked, so it's always special to come home and run in front of the hometown crowd, and of course against fellow, New Yorkers as well.
Yes, you know every inch of that track at the Armory, don't you?
I do.
You'd know where there's a bobble anywhere, wouldn't you? Not that there is a bobble, heaven forbid, but you'd know if there was. So looking forward to this clash, do you have any idea sort of how fast you could run up given what you did over 300? I won't tell a soul, don't worry.
That's the thing. I of course, ideas have come into my mind, but I particularly have decided that I'm going to focus on execution and not so much the outcome. Of course I would love to perform big, but I do have to remember it's February. So I'm just kind of taking it race by race. Coach and I are working on some things in particular. They worked out really well last weekend. Hopefully they work out pretty well this weekend. But I'm just going to stay focused on the things that Coach and I are working on. And if we happen to come out with something fast, great. But it's all about execution for me.
That's the perfect answer. Okay, any questions for Natasha? Steve's starting in the front here taking lots of pictures. No questions? Yes. Oh, Bassett Thompson from the Director of Track and Field of the Army. Oh, he knows you, Natasha, so he'll softball you. He won't ask you a tough question.
First, I must say, welcome home, Natasha. It's always a pleasure having you back at the Army.
That's what you said to Alison Felix a few minutes ago, Bassett.
That is true, but there's a special place in my heart for Natasha. She probably don't remember, but she ran for my CYO team when she was about 9 years old. So my only question for you is there any added pressure running at the Armory, considering you've been running there since you were 9 years old?
I would say absolutely. Anytime I run at home in New York, there's the added pressure because, of course, like I said, I want to run big in front of the hometown. I have family and friends that'll be out to see me, and of course, I have a great fan base here in the city. So there's always that added pressure that I want to perform well. But I'm 29 now, so I think I've kind of learned how to manage the pressure and kind of put things in perspective. And like I said, focus on what I came out here to focus on.
Any further questions for Natasha? For the moment, no?
That would be easy.
And I've also seen 20 different hairstyles over the years, haven't I, Natasha?
Probably more.
Probably more.